Hi, Dioselina. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. You asked for me to give more details for the assignment. So let me see if I can try and do that for you to help. So the one you're having trouble with is the annotating. And for the annotating, in the instructions, basically what you are doing is you're going to take a textbook. I don't care what textbook you use, as long as it's one from a class you're taking this semester. So any class you're taking, you can use that textbook. If you can't think of any other class, or if none of your classes have textbooks, use the textbook for our class. And I would recommend you do chapter 8 because that's what we're reading right now. But I do want to emphasize you can use any textbook, and I want you to annotate the entire chapter, but you're only submitting 3 pages to me to grade. So I want 3 consecutive pages, so you're going to choose 3 pages in a row from the textbook, and that's what you're going to submit to me when you're done annotating. So when you annotate, you go into the text and you start with titles and headings. And this is part of your previewing or skimming and scanning process. You look at the titles, look at the headings, turn those into questions, and you write it right in the text. So in our book, if the subheading is step 1 preview for PSR, you would turn that heading into what do I do when I preview in PSR, or what does preview mean in PSR? Whatever. It doesn't really matter the question as long as it's relevant to the reading. So you go through, the first thing you do with your annotating is look for the headings, and you turn all those headings and subheadings into a question. And then what I recommend is you read paragraph by paragraph. So you start at the beginning, you turn the title and the heading into questions. Now you go to the first paragraph, and when you're reading it, after you're reading it, go back and find what was the topic, and you underline the topic of that paragraph. So you're only underlining the topic, nothing else. And remember, topic is a keyword or a phrase. It's not a full sentence. So in each paragraph, I should only see one thing underlined, either a word or a phrase. And then again, within the paragraph, you look for any vocabulary words that you don't know the meaning of. So are there words you don't know? Circle all those words in the paragraph. Also look for keywords, that's numbers or amounts. So if there are words that show amount, circle them as well. You may have a lot of them. You may have a lot of words you don't know if there's a lot of vocabulary, or you might not have any if you know all the words. And then you look for listed items. In that paragraph, if they list some things, I want you to number those items in a list. Keep in mind, not all paragraphs have lists, so you won't have this for every paragraph, but you look for it, and if the paragraph has it, then you number the listed items. Same thing for the next one, which is example. Not all paragraphs have examples in them, but if it does, you simply pull out to the side and write EX with a line next to it. Then for the paragraph, for every paragraph, you pull out that topic in abbreviated form. So whatever your topic was that you underlined, you pull that out in the margin, and then support it using bullet style format, which means when you read that paragraph, what from that paragraph do you feel you're going to need to know about that topic? And that is what you would list in bullets underneath the topic name. Also in the margins, if you had words you didn't know, look up the definitions and write out the definitions to them. Now you're doing this for every single paragraph. Now keep in mind, you won't have every item on every paragraph, but you will definitely have topic on every paragraph, and you'll probably have some sort of a keyword or an amount word, vocabulary word in each one. But again, if you know the meaning of the words, you don't have to circle them. So when you are done, remember you take you have 3 pages that you are demonstrating these things to me in your text. Take a picture with your smartphone, save it on your computer, and then upload it to Moodle. If you don't know how to do that, then you can still take pictures with your smartphone, send it to yourself in an email, and then forward it to me in my email, and I will look at it as an attachment. If you're tech savvy, you can also just simply copy your email and then send it to me. Any of those items will work for submission. So I hope this provides a little more detail on what you have to do. Do remember, I have provided on our Moodle page examples. So up here in resources, examples, this is me. Both of those are me walking through the annotating process with an article. And so as you see this, you can see I'm turning the heading into a question. I underlined the topic. I circled words. And then my next step would be to pull out the margins because there was no listing or example. And then you'll do this paragraph by paragraph. Remember, every paragraph, you're going to repeat and do that same thing again. So let me fast forward here a little bit. You can see, okay, I've started in the next paragraph now. In this paragraph here, there's my topic. I had only one vocabulary word. And so I'm getting ready to look for listing or an example, which I can pull out. I don't know if this one has, it had an example. So you can see there was an example in there. So I just pulled that out and put EX. So now my next step is looking for a listing. And then if there is a listing, number those items. Let's see if I have a listing in there. I think I did. Oh, my hand's in the way, sorry. Yep, so they did list some things, so I numbered in the text, and then I started pulling out. I pulled my topic, and then when I read the topic, or read the paragraph, these are the key things I needed to know about that topic, and I do that for every paragraph. So I hope you found that helpful. I hope it gives you more detail. This is what it's going to look like in the textbook that you do it in, whatever pages. And reach out again, I guess, if you still don't understand what you have to do.